Hey everybody, Dirk here with another Pixel Perfect tutorial. So in the last video we made this little shelf and we're gonna copy it, like the entire thing, like the entire folder, move it over and flip it horizontally. And for some reason this sheet's pretty big. That's due to the mask, which is alright. We're just gonna put it on the other side and make some changes to this piece and kind of wrap it up. See where is my wall, so you can put it right up to the wall, somewhere like there. It's cool, and we can hide the wall again, and let's just hide the inner layers for a second, because otherwise, like the working files. And I think, like, for usually of course the colors change due to the lighting. So we're gonna have to make some changes there. That's gonna be a bit of pain. But we still have this frame, which is not gonna be much help, to be honest. I'm gonna hide that. We're just gonna do it the hard way. So we're gonna hide all the grime, hide the shadows, and then we just got this piece, and this piece to work with. So we're gonna hide those as well for a second. And focus on these first. I'm gonna select these two colors and basically I'm gonna flip them. So I'm gonna make all of those that color, and then we're gonna dip in the other ones just so they don't overlap, and then we're gonna shift click to get that edge to look the way we want it. That's gonna be a quick and easy fix for that, so not to worry too much. I'm gonna do the same thing for these. Do it a little bit different. Could just select like this and make this all this color, and invert the selection and make that all the other color. And that's a quick fix to do those shelves, or at least the highlights on the shelves, which were on a different layer. Now for the rest of the frame, we're gonna kind of have to do a little trickier thing. So we're gonna make all of these darker colors something completely different, like that. And we're gonna take the lighter color and make that a different color as well. And then we're just gonna go to our other piece and select the colors from there. So we're still gonna use the same colors as those ones, and just apply them like that. And that's how you flip the colors very easily. If it's one color, it's going to be very easy. If it is you know, wood and it has a lot of grain and texture, this is going to be a lot harder. But for this case, that was a very easy fix. Let's see, then we have, which layer is this? It's the little shadowy thing, which we should keep for sure. I think I'm going to copy it so it applies twice. And then move it over to the other side as well. That's nice. And we have the general fix, the shadows, and the grime. Now we're gonna have to change the shadows a little bit, because if I draw on a new layer real quick, of course we have the sun in the top left, like right off screen here. So let's do it here. And it's shining basically like this. So there should be, if it's shining from this point, there shouldn't be any shadow basically there, nor, you know, there, because basically all the shadow on this side should be further over here, because there shouldn't be any shadow on the other side. But due to the fact that there's going to be a wall behind it most of the time, I'm not going to be too worried about the shadow. I'm just going to leave that be. But I am going to change for the other wall, which is, where are you? I'm gonna take off a little bit shadow here in the corners, because that makes it look just a little bit nicer. So if we open, that's the wrong one, hide that one. Shadow piece, we're just gonna go, maybe, straight looks weird. So let's do two, oh crap, wrong button, two, like that. Make that look a little bit more realistic and like thought of, instead of having it look bad. I think that looks a little bit better. And we started add the shifting color. So I'm gonna do the same thing here. I'm gonna repeat that. Repeat that for all the layers, and we should probably also add shadow to the ground because we forgot that in the last video. Yeah. Let's clean that up afterwards. So let's do one more, two. And I'm breaking the rule here because that should have been shadow by if we follow these two one steps. But I think it will be fine. I like this. And you should practice what you preach, but well, fuck that shit and just do what feels good. If your art's gonna look better by not following the rules, and it's not gonna cause any issues in game, you should probably do it. Probably. That's not always break the rules. That's a, if it makes it look a lot better, just fucking do it. Oh crap, no. We're just gonna select this, copy it, paste it, move it down to outside of the mask. Still inside the texture, something like that. Get rid of it for what's inside of the actual shelf. This one should go all the way like there. Fill that, and then this is applying to the floor, so I'm going to select this floor piece, invert my selection, and just get rid of everything that's not in there. This one, there we go. Actually, I think this should still be shadowy. Something like that. And actually this angle should probably be a little bit more over there. But we're gonna let that sit for now and just see how it looks. Yep, that looks weird. We're gonna move it. Move this cut to about maybe there or so. And this is just winging it. There's really no science to this. It's just your general feel for how it should be looking. I think that looks alright. So let's change the other shadow. Now we're at it anyway. Maybe we can actually just move it over a little bit to better match this lighting source. Then fill in the broken parts. It should be easy. It's just clicking a little bit, filling it in, and then let's do this the hard way this time. Just get rid of it like that. Erase it. It's not the best technique, but that looks alright. And then of course we gotta, oh crap, pure black. Fill in the edges again. Because if it's going directly away from the sun, this is blocking it all. But actually I think it should be more like that, because it's not directly facing the sun. Sun's coming from the side. Doesn't look right though. I'm just gonna keep it square. Oh crap, it's too far back. There we go. I'm gonna take it off the sides because that looks a bit weird. It's already darker. I'm gonna do that for all of them. Maybe I'll spare you guys this process and skip through it in the video, but I am terrible at video editing. So most likely not, and you have to suffer and watch through all of this. Just see me erase a couple of shadows, which is the most interesting thing to do, of course. There we go. And then we should add a shadow for the bottom as well. Okay, let's get rid of these edges first. And then we can add a shadow for the bottom piece. And then we can actually get it in game and see how it looks. There we go. So we got the shadows. I'm gonna copy the bottom one because I'm lazy. Put that outside of the mask, move that down again. probably extend it all the way to the border. Put that on 20%. Pure black. Yes, there we go. We got some shadows. This one's way off. The bottom one is way off. That should probably cover way more of this stuff with shadow. So let's go and do that. Actually, that should be one less. Something like so. And go. No, that's way too steep. Somewhere like that. Let's see where we end up. 2, 2, 2. I keep breaking the rules. There we go. Nope. Fill this. Merge. Should probably extend it a little bit further, but we're just gonna keep it this way. Be alright. It'll be alright. I'm gonna save this out, and I'm gonna save it as test, because I always do that, because I have a file set up with capital test that I can just throw into building editor, and you know, see how it looks. So let me grab that real quick. Custom tiles, where are you? Test file. Into 2x folder, replace tiles, test. There we go. So we got some nice shelves. Let's put them on the right layer, so otherwise it's gonna look like shite. And let's draw a room around it, and let's put some vanilla furniture right next to it. It doesn't really matter what it is, as long as you get a decent vibe out of how they look. I think they look alright. They're not the best fitting tiles as they are right now, but I think for tutorial purposes should be good. These should be good enough. You can see I missed a little bit of shadow there, which is ugly, so let's hop into Photoshop and quickly go in and fix that, because this is disgusting. Should be way more like that. There we go. And my cat's in front of the screen, so I can't see shit. Okay, so we got them in game. Or not in game, we got them in the editor. They look alright. So what's the next step? Well, we should make some overlays, of course. And how do you make, as in the art part of overlays, how do you make overlays? Well, you steal a bunch of shit from the game. So in our reference image last time, we saw that there's like books and stuff. So you can, there's multiple sheets for this, which are called books and misc, and they look like this, which are basically the overlays for vanilla stuff. And we're just gonna pick and choose from these, because that's the easiest way to do this, basically. So we're just gonna copy, we're gonna group all of this to name them shelves, and make a new folder above that and put this kind of stuff in there, and we're just gonna, you know, spread it around. Now we're gonna make a rather empty overlay and a rather full overlay, so I'm not gonna put a ton of stuff in there. I think these look nice. Not sure what they are, but I don't really care at this point. It's just part of the video. Put those there and put these on like the top shelf. Should be fine. Now we are going to, of course, my cat goes out of the way a little bit. Come on, move please. Thank you. Can't see shit. I'm gonna do this with a mask so I can go back if I fuck it up. So I'm just gonna get rid of the parts that should be inside of the pillar or behind the pillar, like this. The easy way to do it. That is still in the pillar. There we go. Same thing for these. It's drawing, right? Oh, right, it's not the same layer. Merge this down first. Create a new mask. Whatever. Oh, there we go. Books are behind the thing, and I do the same thing for this piece. Like that. There we go. That looks pretty decent. So we got some basic overlays. Now what you can do is just move them to a different sheet or the same sheet, and we'll set them up later. So I'm just gonna move them to the side for this video, and then we're gonna grab some more stuff for the fuller overlay. So let's get like more books, maybe some I don't know, let's put a paint can in there because that makes no sense, but that's all right for the video. We're just gonna drop them. That one should probably be there, and these should be something like that. This one can be in there as well, and this one can be right here on top, and then the other stuff, move that up, put those in there on the top. No, actually it can be on the bottom, that could be fun. Put this little box in there. No, I think don't think we need that one. I'm just gonna grab this little box, put you here. A little can be in either one. I'm gonna get rid of this, and I'm gonna do this a little bit quicker this time. So we have the older shelves, and in there we have the work files, and in the work files we have the older frame, which is the top one. So we're gonna select that one and just use that to cut out that stuff. Do that for both. I want to make a layer thing. No. I'm going to do that for the other side as well. So invert the selection, delete that stuff, hide this again. And we're going to move this over to there. Now the position on which sheet and where they are doesn't really matter, as long as they are on a tile sheet. I'm gonna hit this out. I'm gonna save it as test again, and I'm gonna put that in the game or in the editor again. You know, always check your stuff. That's how you make sure that things work and look good. So we are gonna look for test, and then we can. For now, I'm gonna just quickly test it on furniture too. But in the future, you don't actually have to draw these in manually. So that's the point of overlays. Oh, we actually forgot to get rid of the top there. So let's do that real quick. This is how I always make my videos way longer than I had planned. I should go somewhere, somewhere like there. Actually, we should probably draw that back in, something like that. So we kind of messed that up. When you do this for real, you should probably pay a little bit more attention on how to do it. But hey, that looks alright. So then we move them over again. Save it out again. I know. This is just part of the process. You gotta love saving your stuff and testing it. That's the only way you're gonna see if it looks good in game. Replace, go back, and there we go. Now it looks pretty decent. And it looks quite alright. I think it shouldn't stand out that much when you see this in vanilla. I don't like the shadows on this one. I should have kept it against the wall like I thought before. But and you should probably put the shadows on top of the items that you put in there. But for now, I'm just gonna keep it as is. And then in the next video, we will actually set up tile definitions for it. Do a quick demonstration on how to do that. And then, you know, get them to work in game. As always, if you want to support me making videos like these, you can always just head over to Patreon and support me over there. Or if you just like these videos, you can like and subscribe. And I hope to have a new video on this topic very soon. And thank you for watching, as always. I hope you have a very, very nice day.